Hi, everybody. John here with Michelle. We're just coming off of a home set that we're doing in Lake Koshkonong, Edgerton area. Really excited about it, but we got some pretty inclement weather here, and we're thinking about, it's a challenge to buy or sell or set a house in these kind of weather conditions. So we thought we would do a little video on the pros and cons of buying a house here in the Wisconsin winters.
Exactly. Now, we also did one on selling a home in the Wisconsin winter. There is a link to that in this video, and you'll find that on our channel as well, so you can go back and watch that. But we want to talk a little bit about the buying today. So why buy a home in the middle of winter during the holiday season, especially in a northern climate? Well, some of those reasons could be...
Well, one of the big ones is just simply there's less competition. There's fewer buyers searching for homes during the winter, and reduces the bidding wars that may be happening during the peak seasons. But according to South Central Wisconsin MLS, in July of this year, there were 678 sales. In December of 23, there were only 377. So obviously, just less home sales, less competition.
Exactly, which can be a really good thing if you're trying to buy a house, because in the busy season, the competition is insane.
Can be.
Now, motivated sellers, if someone is going to sell their home in the winter, for the most part, they're going to be needing to do so. They're going to eager to close quickly. It could be for relocation issues, financial reasons, family changes, just other time-sensitive factors that force them to list their home in the winter.
Sure. And, there's with that is a potential cost savings, right? You've got reduced demand, home prices may be a bit more flexible, and you may find some better deals. And MLS data shows that the median home price in July of this year was $452,000, compared to just a few months earlier in December, that median home price was $399. And one of the things to think about is you're selling homes in the wintertime. If they're not in really great shape, you're going to have a little bit more leverage with them. So, for a seller, you keep your houses in great shape and they're really ready to list, you're likely to get your price. If you're slightly off the mark with your listing, as far as the condition of your property, you may lose some ground, and buyers have some negotiating power on that.
Right. And then another thing to consider, talking about like how much homes go for over list or under list price, right? So the data showed in July that homes went for 1.6% over the list price, while in the busy holiday season of December, that actually dropped down considerably to a negative 0.12. That is a big difference, right?
Yeah. That does make a difference. And certainly as a seller, you question whether or not that's a great idea to be listing your house at that time, but sometimes that's what they need to do. And again, if you're really listing your house and you're doing the right thing, you can certainly get your price. You have to be more attuned to the details with your listing.
Right. Well, now, of course, another thing is you're going to be working in harsh conditions. Winter weather, especially up here in the upper Midwest, it's a thing. But they can also help reveal issues that you might not see in the summer, like drafty windows, poor insulation, maybe roof leaks. It can really help you spot potential problems before purchasing.
Sure. And typically you see some faster transactions happening in the wintertime because people are, if they want to buy or you want to sell in the winter, typically you want to make that thing move quickly. So, and there's more availability for lenders and inspectors, and real estate agents are typically have lighter workloads and they're able to work through the transaction a bit faster.
That's right. And of course, there could be some tax benefits. If you close before the end of the year, you could benefit from some deductions, such as a mortgage interest or property tax for that year as well. Now, of course, there are some cons to buying a home in the winter months. One of those would be limited inventory, right?
Yeah, and there's just fewer homes listed in the winter, which means you might have a smaller pool of properties to choose from. So there were 732 new listings in July of 2023 and 253 in December of that, just prior to that. So yeah. Certainly you're going to have less inventory. But again, a lot of that could be aged inventory that you may be able to get a deal on.
Very good point, right? Now, of course, as we've said, the whole point of the video is just talking about the challenging weather, the snow, the ice, the cold. It can make it more difficult, but if you're willing just to, we don't stop life in the upper Midwest in the winter. So just get out and maybe make that your time to search for a house. It could provide a better deal.
You can also have some seasonal aesthetic disadvantages when you're buying a home. There may be landscaping, curb appeal are hard to evaluate when the yards are covered up in snow or plants are dormant.
Yeah, it's just the challenge. Also the holiday disruptions, right? The holiday season, people are busy. They might not communicate as quickly. It could be an extension for closing. It just really depends upon the situation, but people are busy during the holidays.
Yeah, and sometimes banks are closed, or closing companies, whatever. So that can pose a problem. But there could also be higher moving costs, right? I mean, you when you hire movers in the wintertime, I mean, basically because of the conditions, you could potentially have limited availability or some challenge with the moves, or it may take longer, so that can increase your costs.
Right. And of course, it gets dark at 4 o'clock out here in the winter, so that makes things, scheduling harder. You're not able to really look at homes in the evening after work because of natural light being gone. So, just some of the things that might make it a challenge, but definitely not things that are not overcomable, you know?
Just things that you need to be prepared for, right? When you're buying in the winter, and you need to be prepared for some delays that may occur due to the weather or holiday schedules. That can happen. You can focus on the functionality of the home rather than the aesthetics sometimes during the winter, and certainly that's for the exterior because you can't really see some of that stuff. Consider how the home's features, heating systems, and insulation, all those perform in those colder months. That can help you kind of figure out those issues. And negotiate repairs or upgrade based on any issues that are uncovered in these winter conditions.
Right. Of course, buying in the winter, though, it really can offer some great opportunities. You just need to stay flexible and stay focused. And if you might be considering this, we're always available, right? We're always here to chat real estate and talk about what we do. And we do a lot of different things in the real estate world, and happy to share all that information with you as well.
Yeah, we look forward to chatting with you, and whatever your needs are, whether it's winter, spring, summer, we're here for you. We're going to get back out to this home set that we're working on here in Lake Koshkonong. We'll make sure to share some videos of this great place. So we're excited to be putting this one out into the marketplace here soon. So stay in tune.
Absolutely. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do so. We're always doing something out and about. So you can follow us along with all of the videos that we are creating on the before, the middle, the after of projects, and just all the new things that we've got coming up as well. So hopefully we'll see you back again. All right. See you next time.